Aloha, this is Ryan, and it is Disruptarian Radio on October 12, 2018. I got a couple follow-up questions on my video about the Kingdom of Hawaii Jennifer Ruggles town hall meeting on September 24th. So I had a couple good comments, but none of them had any sources. You know, they kind of allude to sources, but they don't actually provide sources. So Donna Banana says Hawaiian nation of 1800s never consented to be a part of the USA, nor was there ever a treaty of annexation. President Cleveland even announced to Congress, no treaty, no annexation. And then Dark Angel here says, let's see, hi there, hi there, me curious. I can answer the question about the Queen yielding her authority that the president, the president at the time set an investigator to find out what was going on. His name was John Blount. He concluded his investigation and returned to the president with his findings, and the president ordered the insurgents to stop the invasion of neutral country. They were facing the only penalty at the time for treason, which was death, so the president asked the Queen for their freedom in return of the restoration of full powers. She agreed, but they were to cease all business in the kingdom and forfeit all belongings to the kingdom, so that the Americans were ordered by the president to cease and desist and not listen, and continued to commit treason and actually waited till the next president came in to office and tried to act as the Hawaiian government. The imposters is that the Hawaiian is to have the Hawaiian annexed, but you cannot annex recognition of a country without a treaty of annexation. The USA claims to have joint resolution, has no power in Hawaii to do so. That still is the case today. No treaty of annexation, no USA laws of American. There are only 12 miles off the coast of the United States that can be protected. Over 2,000 miles off the coast, Hawaiian does not need Big Brother babysitter to function. It would not be it would be a better to be not a target for nuclear weapons, because the United States has all the military bases here, for one, and the other point, does Japan have trouble being run by Japanese, or do they need American babysitter to tell them how to live? Just being honest here. Try doing a little more research before making decisions, smart guy. Okay, I've done a bit, so let me just get into this. So, Dr. Kenneth Conklin, who is a professor of philosophy and his study is Hawaiian treaties and Hawaiian sovereignty. I gave this reference here before I got a comment recently. Let me see here. I got another comment saying that I shouldn't use Wikipedia as a source. So I use this guy, and this was an article at the New York Times, as you can see this right here. And he corrected some of the inaccuracies, and the New York Times investigated, and they changed their article and reflected what their changes were according to his research. So I'll put this in the video. I'll put that link there, and you can see what has changed. So when he says false, the coup led to the dissolving of the Kingdom of Hawaii 2 years later. He says true, a revolutionary provisional government was put in place immediately and given de facto recognition within 2 days by the local consuls of every nation with a consulate in Honolulu. Following a constitutional convention and election, the Republic of Hawaii was created in July of 1894. Emperors, kings, queens, and presidents of 20 nations and 4 continents personally signed the letters in 11 languages, giving full-fledged recognition de jure to the Republic as the right of the government. Photos of those letters are here. So this is what I'm talking about as far as proof is concerned. Let me see if these letters are there. This was from 2012. Okay, so it's not there now. I'm going to go to archive.org. See, so this is the previous article. Archive.org is a great place. So what you'll do is you'll go to archive.org and when you get there, there's an option to search for a website's history. I believe that this can be found from 2012. This goes back, I believe, to the late 90s. Yeah, so you can see right here, this does go back, I mean, this particular page goes back to 2008, but you can see that archive.org goes back to 1996. So if you're looking for something you can't find, go to archive.org if the website's down or something. So let's just see what it said as late as April 3rd, 2016. Let's see these pictures. Okay, so recognition of the Republic of Hawaii. Who signed off on it? Austria, Hungary, Belgium, Brazil, Britain, Chile, China, France, Germany, Prussia, Guatemala, Italy, Mexico, Netherlands, Norway and Sweden, Peru, Portugal, Russia, Spain, Switzerland, the United States, and Japan. Okay, so this is where the Hawaiian Kingdom ended and the Republic of Hawaii was established and recognized throughout the world. So let's just see. Everybody references the Netherlands because of the Hague Convention. Okay, so let's see their signature. Recognition of the Republic of Hawaii, Netherlands. So anyway, you can see it. You can see these documents, and I'm going to try to collect them and republish them. So this one is Dutch recognition of the Republic of Hawaii, Queen Emma. That's her signature, her writing. Queen Emma to English, Queen Emma, English translation. So anyway, and it goes through each one of these, countries. Let's see about Great Britain. Britain. So they've also got their signature on it. Let's see if they've got this page up. Yes, they do. So, and you can see the text of it right here. Like, you can see what it's actually said, and then you can see the picture of the signatures here. So this was Queen Victoria that signed this. You can see her signature. So I'll collect these. These documents exist. I'll collect these and I'll post them. So, I mean, he's proving his point really well here. Some people say he's anti-Hawaiian sovereignty. I think he's just pro-truth. I think he's telling some truths here. So let me just get into this. He goes through each of these falsehoods. I'm going to post these here on the description. You can check these out for yourself. Where they say they were joined by 300 Marines and Navy sailors who were ordered by John L. Stevens, U.S. Minister to Hawaii, to protect the committee. He said that's a nasty falsehood. But he said what is true is there were 162 U.S. peacekeepers sent ashore by the U.S. Representative Stevens to protect American lives and property and to intervene if necessary to prevent arson and looting. But a congressional investigation found that the troops were specifically ordered not to interfere or help either side in the revolution, did not take over any buildings or patrol the streets, stayed in the barracks because they were not needed, gave no materialist or assistance to either side of the revolution. See page 808 of the official report of the U.S. Senate Committee of Foreign Affairs. So you can check out this morganreport.org. Anyway, so when they say you can't use Wikipedia, this is what somebody said here. She says, he or she, I'm not sure. Maybe this is he. Kai. Anyway, whoever this is, Palulahani Kai. I enjoy reading through old newspaper. The Library of Congress is a helpful resource that could clarify your questions. Reading even the bulletin, August 2nd, 1897, page 4, image 4, states that Hawaii and Great Britain had a treaty. The Salt Lake Herald, June 17th, 1897, image 1, another which Great Britain and Germany wanted to be Hawaiian protectorate. I think you need to refer to articles related to its time of the kingdom, not what is being published in Wikipedia. Remember, Wikipedia can be edited by anyone, even stupid people. So I said here, and this is a good point about Wikipedia, so I said, for your sources, we are looking about what was ratified in British Parliament. Newspapers are not any more authoritative than Wikipedia because, as you say, even idiots can edit those. Also, as a test for Wikipedia, go try and add an entry for yourself. Without credible and authoritative sources, you can't. Trust me. If you add an entry to Wikipedia, it will be thoroughly vetted. So the great thing about Wikipedia And I just used it to show the different sovereignty movements. I mean, I didn't get into Wikipedia about these facts about, the overthrow or whatever they're talking about. I mean, it was just there's like 7 different, groups fighting for Hawaiian sovereignty. And I just wanted to, list them. I wanted a reference point for these, just their names and, what they're about, basically. Now, anybody can also dispute facts in Wikipedia too. So if you don't agree with it, you can go in and dispute it. And then as a citation next to the information, it'll say this information has been disputed. And then editors, multiple, will vet that. And if it's true, then they'll leave it. If it's not true, then they'll remove it. So Wikipedia isn't actually a terrible source. And then if you look at the very bottom, you'll see the context of Wikipedia's sources. You'll see, all the bibliography at the bottom. So I think Wikipedia is a great source. But the point was here, Dr. Tsai, was it Dr. Tsai, I believe his name is, said that Hawaii had been adopted by Great Britain, that it was part of the kingdom of Great Britain at that time. And he list all these different occasions and all these different reference points. But my point is that if it wasn't ratified by Congress, it didn't happen. And I mean, not by Congress, by British Parliament. If it hasn't been ratified by British Parliament, it hasn't happened. And British Parliament kept a log all the way back to 1215 when they started. 1215 AD was about the same time that the Tahitians came to Hawaii, and in conquest, found these islands and, established these islands and probably fought with their original inhabitants. So the current day Hawaiians are also conquerors and conquestors. And so, this was from 900 years ago. But what I'm saying, though, is that if British Parliament had adopted Hawaii as part of their nation, that would have been ratified in their parliament meetings. It wasn't. I've looked through their parliament history. It wasn't ratified. If it was, I would like proof of it, and so the ones making the claims are the ones that need to provide proof. I am just saying I can't find the claims that Dr. Tsai here made. So if he's, saying that this is how it is and this is what happened, it's up to him to prove it. Not for me to disprove it, because I've already looked and I can't find the proof that he's talking about. So he needs to prove it, or these other people that are in this Hawaiian sovereignty movement need to prove it. I don't need to prove it. I would like to find it if it exists, but I can't find it. So you prove it. I would love to see these things. And a newspaper is no more authoritative than Wikipedia. Any editor with any agenda can write in a newspaper. I've had 3 of my own newspapers, in Maine, Idaho, and California. I've wrote newspapers. Anybody can write a newspaper. So I don't find that as authoritative source either. I would find the meeting notes of the British Parliament more authoritative.